not stop creating. Do not be afraid to become. Listen to the singularity, to the parts of you not at war, to the thread of harmony underneath all of this chaos. Authenticities are necessary when we are just an accumulation of all the things we were told are right or good. You do not need that afro nor the dashiki. On the date in question, he was a sonnet. I begged him not to, but for some reason he decided to be 16 lines long. He wasn't trying to do anything funny, he just needed 2 more lines to land his point. That's the way he was. Like a saxophone solo during a jazz performance, he knew how to embody freedom. And for that reason, he was called strange a lot. How he never lost himself, I can never understand. The truth is, Icarus never had wax wings. They shot him down and retold the story. They have so much to say but have no clue who he was. If they knew him as well as they say they do, why didn't they mention that he loved summer, not for the scorching heat, but the rain? He was in pain and alone, yet unbounded by our cages. He reached the heavens. We could all have been flying by now, but when he flew, I was the only one who applauded. I miss him. Before the end, we stood at the beginning. Before our hands were prickled by thorns, we marveled at the beauty of the roses. The wind heals the heart using amnesia and calls it moving on. You don't remember me. I only have a phrase, will it be enough to jog your memory? I am a voice an octave too high to what is audible to your ear. My muscles are stiff, I cannot move on. I'm still at the crime scene. I stayed because the grass is not greener on the other side. It does not move nor shimmer during sunrise. They spray it green and think they are wise. Nothing has substance like what we had. We had thorns, but not before we marveled at the roses. We should have held and danced a little bit longer. I only have a phrase, will it be enough to jog your memory?
And so it is.
If I was a piece of writing, do not fix the commas. Do not worry about the sentence on line 10. It never makes sense until I read it the way it's supposed to be read. Do not delete the redundancies, but sprinkle me with lavender-scented perfume so I can remember how unconditional love smells like. My earliest memory of it was how he would tie a string around my loose tooth and with so much care yank it out before I could even scream. He would always tell us to be strong but never asked us not to cry. I don't like my role, but on most days I'm a missing page in a dusty novel you found in the storage room. You only like me for my absence. I can see you thinking of the plot twist I might add to the story, and the whole thing arrests you with excitement. But what happens when you find the page and it's ordinary? What if the contents are not good enough? Will you laugh at the wasted potential or go a mile further to try and fix it? Is it really the page that has the problem? I hope when the page reveals itself to you, you will be filled with gratitude because the story will finally be complete. I hope you won't try to fix the commas or delete the redundancies. Walking away is a valid response. The page does not need to be proofread, regardless of how constructive you think the criticism will be. If I was a piece of writing, do not fix the commas. Do not delete the redundancies, but sprinkle me with lavender-scented perfume so I can remember how unconditional love smells like.
Like you said it should be.
You told me you took the first breath with me, felt the discomfort in my lungs as I inhaled air for the first time, and you sang me lullabies until I fell asleep. You told me this was a foreshadowing of us, that you will forever provide me with rest when it gets hard to breathe. Well, now it's getting hard to see, and I don't remember having a conversation about what to do in times like these. The specialist told me my left eye was more impaired than the right, but that doesn't matter because when I look into a mirror, I still can't find me, and the distant land and trees are so blurry. I can't find me. Sometimes it feels like I am so close to finding him, but even when I do, he never stays for long. I am a cup and the water in me is never enough to quench his thirst. Like air in my lungs, sometimes he is here, sometimes he is not. It is uncomfortable, but I think my soul is breathing. I'm learning what I am, I'm learning what I'm not. It is clear that I can't choose one, I need to experience both. I don't remember having a conversation about what to do in times like these. I am a cup and the water in me is never enough to quench his thirst. May you make me more than enough for me. May I be glad when this stranger returns home. May I drink and feast with him. May I let him know he is loved. And when he leaves, may I not be sad about the emptiness he leaves behind, but be glad that it will one day be filled with his presence one more time. It is uncomfortable, but my soul is breathing. May you forever provide me with rest when it gets hard to appreciate what I am and what I am not. I hold no revelations, but I have seen how not so big the Big Bang was the second it ignited. How it was hesitant to become life, not knowing it was a whisper of majesty holding the substance that would allow us to be. Every journey is difficult, including yours, but you must know that you are the heartbeat of our pride. The valley and the mountain, the road and the traveler, the color of ember. If we want anyone braver, we don't have to look any further. You are the warmth of the sun in terrible weather. You are because we were. We are the stories taught by elders. We rise from the east. We're not afraid of them seeing us. Best believe there'll always be someone who says they hate the sun for warming up the cold wind, but that never stopped us from rising. The water in the bucket you're holding is enough to extinguish this fire. Never again should you burn your house just because it started to look like a palace. We are children of the Most High. Self-sabotage is denial of the royalty bestowed upon you. You are because we were. You've seen the photographs. When you smile, you look like all of us. You are a seed dispersed on fertile land. You can't help it but to touch the sky. That's the reason your mouth creates castles in the clouds. There's no need to feel shy, just grow. We rise from the east. We are not afraid of them seeing us. Best believe there'll always be someone who says they hate the sun for warming up the cold wind, but that never stopped us from rising. Neither should it stop you. So ignite. We're counting on you.